So, it's an interesting situation where you get to kind of see, two teammates and training partners battle it out.
Was him being here a motivation for you coming here at all?
Yeah, definitely. Back in college, he was one of the only 3-4-time NCAA champs. So, I knew coming here that I would have a great training partner in him, but I also knew coming here that we would potentially compete against each other in the freestyle season. So that was something that I was willing to put myself in a situation that it could happen, and maybe a little faster than any of us expected, but here it is, both of us competing for a world team spot.
Joey, does his experience give him an edge in any way?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, he's a world champ, but I've also competed in world championship tournaments at different age groups. Never the senior worlds, but gotta start somewhere, right? So at this point, I'm just looking for that opportunity to go represent the United States on a senior world team. That's one of my main goals and one of the main reasons why I came here, and that's to pursue world and Olympic titles. So yeah.
When you're putting your relationship with him, is it changed since you guys learned you would be facing each other for a spot on the team?
Not really. I mean, we're still friends. We still talk, just like any other friends would. I mean, the only difference is that we know we're competing against each other and that we haven't really wrestled as much since he won the challenge tournament. I did wrestle him the week before that, and we had kind of wrestled each other even leading up to the U.S. Open back in April. But yeah, since then, I mean, I wouldn't say our relationship's changed. We just know that we got to compete against each other, and win or lose after the match, I mean, we're still friends, and we still got to get whoever wins ready for the World Championships.
When you're putting together a game plan against Logan Stieber, you're not seeing a lot of weakness there.
No, I mean, he's a very solid wrestler. We actually have pretty similar styles, I'd say, and that's why even this year he's helped me a lot, just translate some of those things over to my wrestling. So yeah, just trying to exploit my good areas and maybe potentially his less strong areas, but either way, I mean, he's a tough competitor no matter what, so it's going to be a tough match.
So if Vegas was doing odds on this match, is this a pick'em? Who's favored by a touchdown and who?
I mean, I'd say he's probably the favorite just because he's older, had more experience, is a world champion, and just with all his accolades and credentials. But, the way I see it is I'm the young guy. I'm pretty hungry and motivated right now. So, I'm just trying to control what I can control and just go out there and perform at my best, win or lose.
In the past year that you've been at Ohio State, how much have you improved and developed? And is this a spot that you think you would have been in if you were still at Stanford?
I think Ohio State has helped me improve a lot, just a lot on the mental side and just in my faith too. I mean, I've grown in those areas, and I think those have contributed most to my wrestling. As far as if I was still back there, I don't really know. I mean, I don't like looking back and saying those kinds of things. Really just taking what I have and moving forward with it. And, Ohio State's done a great deal for me, and I'm excited that I do still have one more year as a Buckeye.
You're take yourself out of this match. Pretend you were the analyst writing this up. You give us the preview, what to expect when you two lock horns.
I mean, I'd like to say that there's going to be a lot of shots fired on both sides of the things. I mean, you never know. He takes a lot of shots. I take a lot of shots. But, what I hope doesn't happen is that both of us kind of do clam up and make it like a real slow-paced match. I'd rather it be a high-scoring 10-10 match than it be a 1-1 match. So we'll see.
What do you do better than he does, and then vice versa? What does he do better than you do?
I mean, he's real good at finishing his shots. He's really good at getting his hands locked, getting to a leg, and he's pretty unorthodox in there. He wrestles, I'd say 9 out of the 10 shots that he'll be in kind of bad position on that he'll finish and other guys won't. So just, yeah, those are some of his strong areas. I mean, for me, I think I'm pretty freestyle savvy, and I could kind of catch some front headlocks, those kinds of things here and there. So just trying to score in any opportunity, really. Just keep on wrestling through all positions and score when opportunities present themselves.
Logan said that while the Olympics is the pinnacle, in some ways this event means more as a wrestler just because of the number of competitors and whatnot? Where would you put this on the list of your goals?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to have accomplished what I've accomplished so far, and I mean, it couldn't be done without the help of the coaching staff and God, but I don't know. I mean, it's like he said, it's just a step towards the main goal. When I came here, the goal was world and Olympic titles, and obviously the goal in mind is 2020. But you know, this year I even kind of surprised myself a little bit in winning the Open, because I was like, all right, well, you know, things might be happening sooner than expected, but just gotta take it and run with it.
So Logan was the favorite at the Open, right? #1 seed, and you come in, you know, kind of riding this upset that nobody saw coming when he went down. What were your thoughts as you're kind of watching and on the sidelines and preparing for your matches when Logan goes down? Was that when the door opened?
I mean, the door was always opened. I kind of always had my mind set on the same thing. I thought that I could win the Open, but I thought I'd have to go through my teammate to do so. And you know, when I walked off the mat after my quarterfinal match, Coach Jaggers had said, like, Ironman beat Logan, and I was like, what? Like, really? And he's like, yeah, so, you know, just keep wrestling the way you're wrestling, stay focused, and, you know, this tournament's all yours. Take advantage of this opportunity.
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
22, okay.
Yep.
So he's 5 years older. When you were coming up through the ranks, how much did you idolize him, if that's the right word?
Yeah, when I was going to be a freshman in college, I actually thought that, dang, like, he's going to be a senior. That'd be cool if I wrestled. At that point, I was committed to wrestle at Stanford University. So going in, I just kind of thought, like, man, this guy's done everything that I want to do, so I want to try and emulate his style and his wrestling as much as I can. And then, you know, I took a gap year off and never really got that chance. So in those years, like, I'd be going to world and national team camps, and I'd try and, you know, take him as a partner as much as I could and learn from him in any way I could.
You say you still talk. Do the nature of the conversations change?
Not really. I mean, last week I went up to Cleveland and Akron for the U23s, where I watched Miles Martin and Colin Moore both make their U23 world team. And when I got back Monday morning, you know, I was in here doing a little workout, and then he came in at the tail end, and he was like asking me about like where the pictures were from that I posted and kind of what I was doing. And so, I mean, in terms of that, nothing's really changed. I mean, the only difference is I'm not texting him to come on in and get a workout and vice versa.
Neither of you seem like the type to trash talk either. Not even playfully.
No, I mean, especially we're teammates. I mean, I've learned a lot from him, and, you know, a lot of my thanks for my success this past season goes to him too. So, you know, I feel no reason in that.
Tough to trash talk a mentor is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no reason to either way. We're going to be friends going in, friends coming out. The only difference is that we're going to compete.
But you are confident that you can beat him. I mean, there's no doubt in your mind that if you wrestle your best, you can beat him.
Yeah, 100%.
When it's all over with, will you guys go back to being training partners? So whoever makes the world team, if it's Logan, will you be his training partner for the rest of the summer heading up to Worlds and vice versa?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You know, he's, like I said, he's helped me a lot in my development, and I think I've helped him too. So either way, no matter which way it shakes out, you know, I don't want to, there's no reason to lose a training partner over this.